No one wants to eat at an empty restaurant. You have walked down a street filled with dining options and instinctively avoided the place with 0 customers. You assume the food is bad, the service is poor, or something is fundamentally wrong with it. Conversely, when you see a line out the door, your interest peaks. You assume it must be excellent because other people have already made the decision for you. This is not logical. It is biological. Humans look for the cue. We are efficient creatures, and the fastest way to determine value is to look at what others are choosing. In the realm of attraction and social dynamics, this principle dictates your success or failure before you even open your mouth. You are likely operating under the delusion that your intrinsic value should be enough. You believe that if you are loyal, kind, and hardworking, people should recognize your worth in a vacuum. You are frustrated because you feel invisible despite your virtues. But value does not exist in a vacuum. Value is a social consensus. If you are isolated, if no one else seems interested in you, if you're always available and never occupied, you are the empty restaurant. You are signaling that the market has rejected you, and therefore, you must be low quality. To change your reality, you must understand the mechanics of preselection. We must examine the concept of mimetic desire, a theory developed by the philosopher René Girard. Girard argued that we do not desire things spontaneously. We desire things because other people desire them. Our desires are imitated. When a child sees another child playing with a toy, that toy suddenly becomes the most valuable object in the room. The toy has not changed. The desire of another has imbued it with value. In adult relationships, this translates to social proof. A man who is desired by women becomes infinitely more attractive to other women. A man who is respected by other men becomes a leader. You are not just selling yourself. You are selling the fact that others are buying. This explains why the lone wolf strategy often fails for the average man. Hollywood sells the image of the solitary hero who needs no one. But in reality, total isolation signals danger or incompetence. Evolutionarily, a man without a tribe was a dead man. A man without a mate was a genetic dead end. When a woman looks at you, she is subconsciously asking, has he been vetted? If you have friends, if you have a social circle, if you have other romantic options, you have been pre-screened. You have passed the safety test. If you are entirely alone, you are an unknown variable, and unknown variables are high risk. Consider the role of jealousy in this dynamic. Most men are terrified of making a woman jealous because they fear conflict. They go out of their way to prove they are blind to every other female on the planet. They think this proves loyalty. In moderation, however, jealousy is a necessary component of desire. It is the anxiety that confirms value. If she knows that no one else wants you, she has no fear of losing you. Without the fear of loss, there is no urgency to keep you. You become safe, boring, and eventually, disposable. You do not need to induce toxic drama, but you must exist in a world where she is aware that you are a catch. This brings us to a critical mistake many men make: disparaging their ex-partners. You think that by talking trash about your exes, you are bonding with your current interest. You think you are showing her that she is better. In reality, you are lowering your own stock. If all your exes were crazy or terrible, what does that say about your judgment? It says you choose low-quality partners. It says you tolerate bad behavior. A high-value man speaks of his past with neutrality or respect because he only associates with high-value people.
When you validate your past choices, you validate yourself. You signal that you are a man who has always been in the company of quality. The power of a visible social circle cannot be overstated, especially in the digital age. Your social media is your resume. If your profile is a barren wasteland or only contains selfies in your bedroom, you are confirming your isolation. You do not need to be an influencer, but you need evidence of a life. Photos with friends, photos at events, photos where you are engaged with the world. These are trust signals. They say, other people enjoy my company. When a woman sees you laughing with a group of friends, her mirror neurons fire. She imagines herself in that group. She imagines herself enjoying your company too. You are outsourcing the heavy lifting of attraction to the crowd. Now, let's discuss passive networking as a safe practice. You do not need to manufacture fake scenarios or hire actors to pretend to like you. You simply need to be seen interacting with the world. When you are on a date or at a social event, treat everyone with engagement. Talk to the bartender, joke with the bouncer, acknowledge the people around you. When she sees you navigating the social web with ease, when she sees others responding positively to you, you gain points without trying. You become the mayor of your immediate environment. This is far more powerful than staring deep into her eyes and ignoring the rest of the room. It shows you are a man of the world, not a man hiding from it. Another crucial element is privacy regarding your dating life. There is a difference between secrecy and privacy. Secrecy is hiding things out of fear. Privacy is withholding things out of dignity. You do not need to list every person you are talking to. You do not need to explain every notification on your phone. When you are vague about your plans, you imply activity.
I have plans on Tuesday is infinitely more attractive than I am going on a date with Sarah. The former invites her imagination to fill in the blanks. Is it a date? Is it a business meeting? Is it a VIP event? Her mind will create a scenario that justifies your value. Let her imagination work for you. You must also understand that your availability is a direct signal of your demand. If you can meet her at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday at a moment's notice, you are signaling that your time has no buyers. You are the empty restaurant offering a discount lunch special. A man in demand has a schedule. He has commitments. He has a mission. When you say, I can't do Tuesday, but I can do Thursday evening, you are proving that your time is a limited resource. You are adhering to the laws of supply and demand. Scarcity creates value. If you are always available, you are cheap. This is not about manipulation. It is about accurate signaling. If you are building a high-value life, you should be busy. You should have friends. You should have options. If you don't have these things, faking them will only work for a short time. The goal is to build a reality that generates its own social proof. Start by reconnecting with old friends. Start by joining clubs or groups where you share interests. Build the tribe first, and the attraction will follow. You cannot hack your way to being a leader. You must actually lead a life that others want to be part of. Address the myth that this is playing games. Some will argue that true love shouldn't require strategy. They want to believe that the right person will see their soul through the fog of their social invisibility. This is a fairy tale. Biology is brutal and efficient. It does not have time to dig for gold in a pile of dirt. It looks for the glint. Social proof is the glint. It is the shortcut that tells the female brain, this one is safe. This one is valuable. This one is a winner. By refusing to engage with these dynamics, you are not being noble, you are being stubborn. You are insisting on playing chess by the rules of checkers. Look at the men who are naturally successful with women. They are rarely the ones sitting alone in the corner brooding. They are the ones in the center of the room. They are the ones who are greeted warmly when they enter. They are the ones who seem to have a gravitational pull. This is not an accident. They have built a network of social proof that vouches for them. They do not need to brag about their status because their environment screams it. You can achieve this too, but you must step out of the shadows. There is a concept in sales called the bandwagon effect. People are more likely to adopt a belief or buy a product if others are doing it. You are the product. If no one is on your bandwagon, why should she be the first? It is a risky investment for her. But if the bandwagon is full, she will run to catch up. She will fear missing out. FOMO, fear of missing out, is a powerful driver of human behavior. You want her to feel that by not being with you, she is missing a party that everyone else is enjoying. Practice the art of implied activity. When she asks what you did over the weekend, do not give a boring, itemized list of chores. Highlight the social aspects. Caught up with some old friends, or went to a great event downtown. You don't need to lie. Even a coffee with a friend is a social event. Frame your life as a series of connections. Frame yourself as a node in a network, not an island in the sea. The more connected you appear, the more stable you seem. Ultimately, preselection is about competition. We are competitive beings. We want the prize. If you hand yourself over on a silver platter, you are not a prize. You are a gift. Gifts are nice, but prizes are earned. Prizes are fought for. You want to be the trophy that she feels lucky to have won.
She can only feel lucky if she knows there were other contenders. You do not need to rub her face in it. You just need to let the reality of your value exist in the periphery. Let her see the waitress smile at you. Let her see the text pop up on your phone that you don't immediately check. Let her feel the weight of your market value. Ask yourself this: are you the empty restaurant begging for a customer? Or are you the exclusive spot with a line around the block? The food might be the same inside, but the experience is entirely different. Build your queue, cultivate your circle, be the man that others want, and you will become the man she needs to keep. You are the prize only if others are competing for the trophy.